Hi everybody, it's Sully with Teach Travel Discover, your destination wedding and honeymoon planner, and I'm here today with your destination wedding survival guide. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you the list of things to do if you are planning your destination wedding and kind of sort of help you get started on the right foot. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, no matter what's happening, you have to plan right away. If you're planning a destination wedding, know this, these resorts, these places that are the ones you're stalking on social media and the ones that you have your heart set on, they get booked out a year and even 2 years in advance. Now, I'm not trying to scare you or anything. I'm pretty sure you're going to find exactly what you're looking for. But remember, once you've decided that a destination wedding is right for you, you need to start the process immediately. What I recommend is you and your partner make a list of the top places that you would want to have your destination wedding in. Make a short list of the potential resorts you'd want to have your wedding in. Now, obviously, you might feel completely and utterly overwhelmed at this point already, and I get that because there's really a lot of places to choose from. I've narrowed down my favorite resorts for 2024. I put the link for you in the comments below. If you want to use it as a starting point just to help you narrow it down, I highly recommend it. Once you have your list, or at least your short list, the next thing you might want to consider is doing like a pre-wedding visit. Listen, you're talking about the most important day of your life in another country. You want to make sure you like the country, right? If you've never been there before, maybe you should go look at it. Just a thought. A pre-wedding trip helps you not only check out the country, but if you could potentially stay in the resort you really like, you can get a feel for the vibe, not just for you, but for your guests. And if you love it, then it's going to be everything that you want it to be. And if you don't love it, better that you find that out before you start booking your wedding there. Oh, and by the way, a lot of these resorts offer a special like pre-wedding package deal. Oh, you got to call me and I'll put that together for you. It's amazing. And it's a really good price too. Okay, this is the next thing, and this is probably not new information, but I think it's the smartest piece of advice that you could get. Create a separate wedding email for you and your fiance. Something like, joeandjohn@gmail.com, or fun little name thing you guys come up with is fine, but it needs to be separate than your regular email because there's two types of people. People like me, once you get one notification on an app, you immediately go into the app and clear out that notification because I don't want any of those little red dots on my home screen. Where you're like my husband who has 50 bajillion thing numbers on each of the tabs and it literally gives me anxiety. Anyway, if you're that type of person, that's fine, but your wedding emails might get lost in the sauce. And you don't want that to happen. So definitely set up a separate email for all your wedding correspondence just to make sure you don't miss anything. Okay, my next tip is to look into getting a rewards credit card that's going to offer miles for booking certain hotel chains, especially the ones you might be looking at for your wedding. But more importantly, if you start now racking up those points, you can use those points for your travel later on for your wedding. So as far as your survival guide, I'm going to really talk about a couple pros and cons here that a lot of my couples come to me with. The first one is, what if someone can't go? This is something you're going to have to come to terms with right away. Not everybody's going to be able to come to your wedding. I'm sorry to say that. Everyone's going to have the best intentions. Everyone might even say they'll go, but you can't bank on everybody you want at your wedding to be at your wedding if you've decided on a destination wedding. Knowing this going into the planning is going to really help that stress level later on. And speaking of stress level, this is the most important part for your destination wedding survival guide. You gotta hire a destination wedding advisor. Listen, I am a travel advisor. I freely admit it, but not all travel advisors are the same. I get a lot of flack for this in this industry, and oh well, I really don't care. You can't just hire a travel agent. A travel agent and a destination wedding advisor are two different entities. They are not the same thing. So if you are planning your destination wedding, make sure you go with a destination wedding specialist. You'll thank me later. Now, if you want the full destination wedding survival guide, I put the link below in the description. And if ever you need help with anything, you know how to get me.